All right, there we go. All right, guys, what's going on? Tonight we are starting our venture into the ManaTraders series this month. It's modern this month. I'm gonna be honest. I've been playing a lot of Pioneer and I haven't really played Modern a whole lot lately, so I'm kind of interested to get back into Modern and see what it looks like. We're starting off with something tonight that my buddy Joseph suggested to me. This deck's called Crabvine. Basically, it uses a lot of cards that have graveyard synergies and mill capabilities to put all of the cards in your graveyard and either hit a bunch of Creeping Chills, put Prized Amalgams into play. Vengevine's a great card. Silver Smoke Ghoul is really good with Creeping Chill. Oh, excuse me. And so like the deck's just like really like good and aggressive, and it can be very recursive. I'm interested to see how that goes tonight. If this is like a do it once and fall flat on your face kind of thing or not. The sideboard's set up pretty interesting. We have a lot of interesting cards. 3 Fatal Push, just really good removal spell. Leyline of the Void for other graveyard matchup. Nature's Claim. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure like what that's for. I think like Rest in Peace and stuff like that. Abrupt Decay and Assassin's Trophy double like are really good removal spells. Also double as graveyard, like picking off graveyard hate. And Golgari Charm. I hadn't really thought about this, but Joseph mentioned that that would be really good against Esper control and a lot of stuff just because it regenerates and like it's really good against a lot of like different stuff. Can be really good against elves. It has a lot of versatility. So I'm really interested to play this list and see what it likes, see what it looks like. I've never played a game with the deck, but it looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna start looking for a match. Continue with full prizes. My deck is ready to play now. Immediately found a match. That's good. This guy's name is Desert Drive. Waiting for Tar Heels 82. Modern tournament practice. I'm interested to not only see like I feel like this deck is like a really good game 1 deck. I'm really interested to see how this kind of deck does against hate and honestly how much it crumbles on itself. It's something I worry about if I'm being honest. That's normally the problems with decks like this is that they crumble to themselves, not really that they're bad or anything like that. Our opponent has a companion here. Wonder which one it is. Luris? Okay, this hand seems pretty good. We'll keep this. We're going to shock in, play Stitcher Supplier, and say go. Prized Amalgam, Hedron Crab, Polluted Delta. Okay, we're going to 6 and say go here. Alright, so our opponent's playing some... Alright, they're playing prowessy kind of stuff, it appears. Well... Yes. Trigger that. We're going to get our basic swamp here. We have green in our hand. I mean, we're... lands, Ben. Bop 'em. That's right. We're going to do our best to bop 'em. What's up, Ben? How have you been, buddy? I haven't talked to you in a minute. Cast this. Trigger our Vengevine. Yes, use Vengevine. Trigger Prized Amalgam again. Play Gravecrawler. And we're going to attack with Vengevine here. Alright. Feels like a pretty good turn, too. I'm good. How are you? Hey, I'm pretty good, man. It's Wednesday. Week's halfway over, so I can only complain so much, right? Let's see. We put 4, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12 power into play on the second turn of the game, so trample's pretty good. We're still going to block with Stitcher Supplier here. We're going to soak up a point this way, and we get to mill some more cards. Creeping Chill is really good. Honestly, all of these cards are insane. We're just hitting straight gas here. Clever Lumamancer. Alright, drawing another land wasn't exactly what we had in mind. Wonder if he's got like mutagenic growth here or something. Okay. Cast your second creature spell each turn. Okay. Why did the gardener get fired from the hospital? He was. That's kind of messed up, but kind of hilarious. Really wish we'd drawn another creature right there. Would be nice to have another blocker. That's pretty good, man. I won't lie. I'm a pretty big fan of that. Our opponent could. I was like, our opponent could have pretty decent turn here. Like we could very well be dead. There's 4 cards in their hand. Kind of hoping our opponent. All right, yeah, they didn't have it, which is good. Man, we were gonna draw another land. It's not very good. Okay. So we want Abrupt Decay, I think, to help deal with any kind of like graveyard shenanigan stuff that they have. And I think we want our Fatal Pushes. It beats everything in the deck. Cards that I think we can beat. We can cut a Gravecrawler. We're probably just trimming on numbers here. Cut a Crab. Secret Keeper seems really good. I mean, I really think all we can do is just like trim on numbers. The Crab seems not great. Enters the battlefield tapped. We'll cut a Ghoul and cut an Archamoeba. I don't know if this is correct, but we're gonna try it. Our opponent may not have any graveyard hate. I don't really know if people are playing graveyard hate right now, but this hand feels really good. We're gonna keep this. They mulligan. I mean, it feels a little slow, but do what, baby? All right. The double prized amalgam probably isn't great for us, honestly, but Swiss Spear, okay. Our opponent already only has 4 cards in hand, so that's pretty good for us. Oh, Nightbot. Getting them. Play Stitcher Supplier, say go. Gravecrawler, Stitcher Supplier, okay. So, no, because we're just going to glimpse next turn, pretty much no matter what happens here, so we're going to block. Yep, hit that, block like that. I tried to whisper Nightbot and it blocked me. LOL. Okay, take a bunch. I mean, they're going to try and push as much damage through as they can here. Another mutagenic growth. Man, that's a lot of points. So I think we're going to do this, and then we're going to cast our Gravecrawler from the graveyard. Creeping Chill helps. And then we get to bring our prized amalgam back this way. So we're getting to put quite a bit of pressure on here, which feels pretty good. Okay, Soul Guide Lantern seems pretty good. We're going to block, see what we hit. Okay, that's pretty good. Soul Scar Mage. So we're going to attack and see what happens here. Play Prized Amalgam number 2 and say go. A Bolt does not kill us here. Lava Dart does. Crash Through might kill us. Hopefully they draw into a land. They did indeed draw into a land. That's good for us. Ooh, gonna draw a card. Okay, means they drew an instant. Wow, they actually drew Bolt. It's a pretty aggressive line going for it because if you brick, the game's over next turn. All right, so we're going to draw that and then mill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, well, we actually weren't going to mill into garbage, so that wasn't going to work out too well for us. We didn't see any of our sideboard cards that game, but I still think that's pretty okay. Huh. I think we're just going to run it back and see what happens. They're playing Soul Guide Lantern, which is interesting. I mean, it makes sense. Like, that should probably be their sideboard card of choice. We're going to mulligan. This hand's bad. We're going to keep this and put Creeping Chill on the bottom. Our opponent also mulligans to 6, which is good for us. They keep on 6 as well. We're forced to shock. Yes. Play Stitcher Supplier. Glimpse, Secret Keeper, Overgrown Tomb. We'd like to draw a second land here. Lead on Swift Spear. We're going to block. Saves a point. We put more cards in our graveyard. Yes. Use Creeping Chill. Of your instep. Interesting. Mill 4 cards. And hit a bunch of nothing. I mean, we hit good cards. I was just kind of hoping to hit, like... I don't know what I was hoping to hit there. I guess, like, Creeping Chill would have been good. Not Soul Guide Lantern as another card. Lava Dart. Okay, so they're just going to try and push the tempo here. Yep, we're at 16. We get to mill 10 cards here, so... And then that starts a slew of triggers, and then we're going to put Silver Smoke Ghoul into the play. Oh, yeah. This is good stuff right here. We're putting 3 Prized Amalgams into play, and we're putting 2 Silver Smoke Ghouls into play. Yeah, that feels like a pretty good turn, and we hit a Creeping Chill. Our aggro opponent didn't have... I mean, 3 cards in their hand with Dart. Like, we could be dead. They have to make both of those 9. Alright. Okay. 5, 8. 9, 10. Am I dead here? You have another bolt? Wow. Alright, man. That's the nuts. I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. We kept a good hand on 6, and our opponent drew a turn 3 kill. They had to have, wow. Well, that's kind of a shitty way to lose a first game. I mean, it's a really good matchup for us, and we just got unfortunate. Our opponent drew extremely well, so. But that happens sometimes. Like they had no graveyard hate and killed us on turn 3 through double creeping chill. Like, it's insane. Alright, we're playing Tarragon next. Original decks only. You might be waiting for a while, big man. It's modern. People don't play original decks. Alrighty. What is happening? We are on the draw this game. They're playing Yorion. We're gonna keep this. I don't really know what Yorion means in this format. Like planes. Okay, interesting. And then hopefully they don't have anything crazy or like a path or anything so that we can actually get value off of our crab. All right, we're gonna get our basic island here. Maybe it makes more sense to start on a Stitcher Supplier there. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's gonna be like blue-white control with the Orion. Stoneforge Mystic. Interesting. Some tells me this is a better skull. That's an unfortunate draw step. Yeah, put that into play. Yes. And then we're going to put 3 Silver Smoke Ghouls into play. I didn't see the third one. That's pretty good. Next turn, we can put 2 Vengevines into play too if we need to and just kind of get busy. Is this white-black? All right. So this is Orzhov Yorion. All right. That's interesting. Exile Silver Smoke Ghoul from our hand. All right. Interesting. Always yes, always yield. I thought I hit always yes. Oh, I guess I did on the first one, but not the second one. Move that up here so that we can see better. Okay, our opponent concedes game one, which is interesting. So off the top, we want Nature's Claims. And I think we just want trophies instead of Abrupt Decays. 4 cards. What are our 4 worst cards here? The Crab seems pretty good. Can really get the engine rolling. Probably cut a Secret Keeper or 2. Doesn't really do much. We want all of our creatures, I think. Creeping Chill seems like it has some of the least value. Honestly, I think we might just be cutting all of our Secret Keepers here. Doesn't seem that great. Seems like okay at best. Elite Spellbinder, whatever that card's called. Spellbinder Mage, whatever that card's called. It's interesting that they're playing that card. I saw Andrea Mangucci put up a legacy list that was playing that card. I think we're going to have to mulligan this. I think we're going to keep this and put a polluted delta on the bottom. I don't know what we would want both of these spells for, but we're going to keep it just in case. Alright, so this is interesting. Maybe I should have kept the fetch land. I don't think that extra point's going to be relevant here. Play Stitcher Supplier. Glimpse, Rainforest, Glimpse, Misty, and Crab. Nothing to write home about. We keep drawing the wrong cards here. So we're going to attack, because we might as well serve it up. Play our Gravecrawler. We'll shock in the tomb and say go. We're gonna claim this with a trigger on the stack. They don't have a 1-drop, so we're not gonna do anything here. Them gaining 4 life isn't super relevant. We're gonna say go, and we still have Assassin's Trophy as backup if we need it. Elite Spellbinder. All right. Take our trophy. Okay. We're gonna attack here. They just taken 3. We're gonna get a basic swamp here. Actually, we're gonna get a basic island. Getting to a point to where we can just race them. Plus trophy's only 1 land away. Vengevine's 1 land away. Our opponent's serving up 3, which is interesting. Scry 2? Oh, exile something? Oh, okay, that's pretty good. So they get to get our Vengevine too. That's pretty good. That's pretty good value, honestly. Oh, push the prized amalgam. Oh, okay. And get our Vengevine? It's pretty good. I think it's right to serve up both here. It could be wrong. I could. Only got 2 cards left in hand, which is good. Okay, we're going to say go. We are 2 lands away from being able to cast our Vengevine, which isn't very promising, so... Okay, draw a card. Which more than likely means their hand's not very good, so... I hate to fetch a basic. Well, we actually don't have to fetch a basic because we can just block if we need to. Trophy that. They get a land out of the deal. We take 2. Go to 7. So we end up at the same life anyway, but... So we're going to attack with the Gravecrawler, and then we're going to play our Narcomoeba, and we're going to leave the Stitcher Supplier back to block. They go to 15. We play Narcomoeba and say go. They've 6. They obviously don't have anything to do because they just F6'd right there. They didn't have anything to do during our turn anyway. They must be flooding out pretty hard. I said that and they're going to have a batter skull. Yep. Play this and say go. We don't really have anything we can do here, so we're just kind of hanging out. I mean, maybe Elite Spellbinder is the card that this deck needed. Because this, like, Orzhov Stoneblade deck has been, like okay-ish for a long time, but it's interesting to see it this way. Interesting to block with both. Or to attack with both. I was like, that's very interesting. It's like, if you do that, I'm going to put both of them in front of the Charming Prince here. Let's hope we hit something good. Well, I mean, a Gravecrawler's good, but... Okay. Maybe it's not as good as I thought. They're going to take our zombie. Yep. We're going to go to 6 here. Put Yorion into their hand. Okay. Get a Watery Grave tapped here. It's a pretty good draw step, honestly. Hopefully I don't have like a push here or path in response to the trigger that would stop us from being able to do stuff. This brings our prized amalgam back. So it ends up being a pretty decent turn for us, honestly. We got to turn it around a little bit. We're not going to attack. Put our prized amalgam into play. That's shocking. That's honestly scary as hell. Gonna play Yorion and something else. Oh, they're gonna play this on equip. And I'm okay with blocking and just like letting the mill happen here. Double creeping chill's pretty good. Yes. And the last card in their hand is Yorion, and we know that because they put it in there earlier, so. Hmm? Oh yeah, I brought one up for when you brought food back. Thank you though. That's very sweet and I appreciate it. Original or oh these. Or were these for you? Okay, if you won't eat those, then yes, I would like these, please. Thank you. Well, let's stick with the plan and glimpse ourselves here. Yep, prized amalgam trigger. Thank you, baby. Yes to the Vengevine. I mean, there's no reason in attacking with Batterskull in play. Like we're just gonna get blown out. Like it's like not really like it's like blown out like on the surface though. Like we know we're losing to it, so like there's no point to do it. Put prized amalgam into play. Oh. Play Yorion. Bounce Skyclave Apparition. Give us something. Exile something else. I'm sure is their play. I mean, at least I would think that's going to be their play. Oh, Flicker Wisp. Okay, so now they're gonna play Flicker Wisp. Bounce our Vengevine. Okay. I feel like they could have Flicker Wisped the Skyclave Apparition, gave us a 1/1 token that can't block because it's blue. Like they could have like got like a serious some serious value out of that. Now we get to get our Vengevine back this turn. Skyclave Apparition's going to exile our prized amalgam, one of our prized amalgams, or probably our Narcomoeba, honestly, just because it flies. All right, interesting. They went for the prized amalgam. I don't think that's necessarily wrong, but yep. Yeah, they got this like infinite loop thing going on, and I'm gonna be honest, like I don't feel like sitting here and like watching all of this happen. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of just like it the way that it is. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it the way that it is. We have answers to some of their stuff, and we don't want too many answers. This is like a graveyard-based deck. Like you don't want to like overboard, which I feel like is something you can really do in this matchup, or like in this deck in general. Really something I struggle with. I feel like that's something that like if I could really sit down and work on something that I do about Magic, it would be that I sideboard wrong too often. This hand has a lot of upside, so we're gonna keep this. Not that I sideboard wrong, but that I over sideboard a lot. Play the crab. We have fetch lands next turn and glimpse the unthinkable, so it's possible they have push or path here, so they're gonna upkeep path this. No. Yep. Yes. Okay. So. Oh, cancel. We're just gonna cast this anyway. Yes to Creeping Chill. If whatever that is does not stop. I hate when Discord does that. It's probably the most annoying feature about Discord. Put Prized Amalgam on the stack. Alright, well, that's Crabvine, guys. Thanks for watching. We put 13 power into play on turn 2 with our opponent at 14, so. Huh? It's Crabvine. Oh, I thought you were saying vines. Oh, I'm just saying. I don't know. It's just. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of fun putting that much power into play on turn 2. It's very Glass Canyon-y, though. Like, when it works, and when it doesn't kind of thing. Which I know is, like, the dumbest thing in the whole world to say, but. So we're just going to send in with the clowns here. Yeah, we're just sending in here. There's only one more Creeping Chill in the deck. The fourth one's in our hand. Yes, use Creeping Chill's ability. We have more than enough power in play. We're just going to say go here. Like, they have to have like the. I don't know what they could have. Like, nothing seems good enough for them here. Sure, buddy. You gotta rest in peace. All right. Well, we gotta win there. Um, that makes us 1-1 tonight. Not a bad way to start. Carly was nice enough to run out and get me dinner, so I'm gonna take like a 2 or 3 minute break here. Put up the be right back thing, and I'm gonna eat, and I'll be back in a minute. Oh. All right. So we're 1-1 in the ManaTraders series, and we're gonna keep pushing through. Playing a little Crabvine tonight. Deck's a lot of fun. Um, we lost to Boros Prowess. What? Exclamation point right. What? Oh, you want me to add that? All right, I mean I will. What do you want it to say? I don't care to pull that up and add it. I mean, he might be making fun of me either way. It's um we lost to can it put in a GIF? No, it has to put in text. That would be cool if it could put in a GIF. If it did, I would have it do the oh, what is that from? I know you're quoting something. I just don't remember what it's from right now. Joseph. This hand's terrible too. Wow, these hands are dog shit. I guess we'll keep this and like pray to God, because I don't know what else we're doing here. If our opponent thought seizes us, the game's probably over. Utopia Sprawl. Is this Heliod combo? I don't really think we can beat that deck. And we draw a land. Wow. We just put 2 lands on the bottom. That's like extremely unlikely. Put an Archamoeba into play? Yeah, sure. That's not threatening it anyway. You got a Chopper Gunner? Oh, that sucks. Can you hand me another napkin? Really? Is this what we're doing? What's the record so far? I'm 1-on-1. And we draw another land. Well, we're probably dead next turn. We're not going to show him another color. Play an Archamoeba and say go. Not gonna lie, we're probably just dead. Collected company into our death, probably. Collected company into Arbor Elf, okay? And if we like glimpse the unthinkable here, like it's not completely crazy that we could win this game. I mean, Silver Smoke Ghoul's not gonna be the way we win this game. That's for dang sure. Overgrown Tomb, and we'll play Silver Smoke Ghoul and say go. Dang? With a question mark? What? I don't understand what you're saying dang to. Huh? What? You said dang. Oh. I don't think I've ever heard you say it. Oh, yeah. Alright, well, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that was a thing that I did or did not say. I don't think drawing another land is the way we're going to win this game. Yeah. That's 4, 5, 6, and then we put 2 on the bottom. You should draw better? Yeah, I agree. I should draw better. Yeah. So round 1, I lost to Boros Prowess because all 7 of his cards allow him to kill all of my creatures and win the game on turn 3. It was actually kind of nuts, honestly. And then game 2, I beat up on Orzhov Stoneblade, is what it appeared to be. I put 14 power into play or 13 power on turn 2 and killed him. Is this another collected company? I mean, there's no way you miss again, right? No, Walking Ballista for 2. All right, I'm dead. Yeah, I don't have anything. We're just holding lands. Those were some rough draw steps. Cards that we want. Include, but are not limited to. We definitely want Abrupt Decay, and I think we want Nature's Claim, honestly. I don't know, Nature's Claim allows us to hit some pretty interesting stuff. Alright, so cards that we don't want in this matchup. Probably the Secret Keepers. Got a couple of those, they don't seem great. Seems like the worst card in the deck, honestly. And then, yeah, the Crab seems good. Yeah, let's cut the Secret Keepers. Could be wrong, but let's try it this way. This feels like a tough matchup because they can gain infinite life. It's super aggressive. Yeah, I mean, everything else seems necessary. I don't know, we're not playing a grindy deck. I just want to put as much power into play as I can. This hand's terrible. Dropping your mill seems sketch to me. It's probably a little bit. We're going to keep this and put Prized Amalgam on the bottom. And we're going to play Watery Grave tapped here. No, say go. Yep, Utopia Sprawl. Alright. If we could stop hitting all of our lands, deck, that'd be cool. And we hit absolute trash. Wow. Well, it's not looking good this game. Do what? Yeah. Magus of the Moon. Okay. Well, okay. I can't play any of our spells now. The game's probably unless we just draw a basic swamp, the game's over. It appears that our opponent can't play spells either, but unfortunately at some point they will just win the game off of their 2/2. Like, we can't play a removal spell if we draw it. Yeah, like, it's basic swamp here or bust. And then basic swamp even has to be pretty good to us. So, yeah, I don't. Probably going to inevitably lose this game in 5 more draw steps, so. Yeah, something you can. 2/2 Ballista, sure. Speed up the draw steps. Say go. Well, this is our last draw step, and even then it doesn't matter. We're just dead on board, so. Well, that was an interesting game to lose. Our opponent was playing some pretty cool tech, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know, like, don't really feel like I can be mad about it. Like, it was cool tech. Like, honestly, like, I'm pretty surprised. Um, I'm pretty surprised that our opponent was playing it, but it was really good. So, Magus of the Moon in the sideboard of that deck. That was pretty interesting. Well, maybe if our opponent decides to show up. Maybe our opponent won't show up and we'll get a free win. JP8 Slushy invited you to a party. I don't even know who that is. An Xbox party. Well, maybe our opponent's not going to show up. Here's party. Meanwhile, Carly, here's party and goes to alcohol. Lol. They don't have magic parties, but that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. They should make those. All right. Hi and good luck, opponent. I think we're gonna mulligan this. keep this put back prized amalgam. I feel like Overgrown Tomb Stitcher Supplier only says one thing. How did this get the name Modern Crabvine? Yep, there you go. Joseph answered the question. So we're going to play Glimpse here. We're going to attack for one, and then we're going to play Glimpse. Watery Grave. Yes. Black Blue, Glimpse. Puts Prized Amalgam into play. And then we have Gravecrawler in the bin next turn, along with Gravecrawler in our hand. So, thanks, Wallception. Lol, that's funny. Conclave Mentor, okay. Okay. Cast Adventure into the Deep. Or Venture Deeper, whatever that's called. Yep. Always yes, always yield. And then we're going to serve up with the house here. Because if they want to block my Stitcher Supplier and let me put 3 more cards into my graveyard, I'm okay with that, honestly. So I was like, yeah, block away, please. Skyclave Apparition's a pretty good one. We're probably just gonna, we're gonna serve up with everything, and then we're just going to, I'm tired of that card. Yeah, it's seeing a lot of play. Like, it's not that I don't like the card, like, it's just, I don't know, like, it's kind of weird just seeing it everywhere, because, like, I really like the card as a whole. Oh, cast Creeping Chill. It's just weird seeing it everywhere. Put our opponent to 2. Silver Smoke Ghoul comes back into play. Like, they could Collected Company into Infinite Life here, which would ultimately suck. Alright, our opponent concedes. We were going to draw a Hedron Crab. That wasn't going to do anything. Okay, so we're playing the same deck we just lost to. Maybe we want Fatal Pushes instead of... Right, we just want... I don't know, there's a lot of enchantment removal here. I don't know if it's all designed for that, but there is a lot of enchantment removal. So let's cut 2 Secret Keepers this time. Cut a Narcomoeba. Cut a Creeping Chill. Cut a Gravecrawler. Bring in all of our Fatal Pushes. And bring in our trophies. And let's try it this way. Try, how do you company into Infinite Life? They cast Collected Company and they hit Spike Feeder and Heliod. Spike Feeder says remove a counter, gain 2 life, and you remove a counter, gain 2 life, and then Heliod puts a counter on Spike Feeder because of the combo. So I think this is a mulligan. Like, this hand is fine, but like we have a lot of payoffs in our hand. So, and that's the one thing I really like about this deck is that I can mulligan pretty aggressively. We're definitely going to keep this hand, and we're going to put Creeping Chill back, and we're going to hope that we get some value off of our crab. Ben said, I almost have enough channel points to pick your next deck. Mwahaha. Ben, if you want to pick a deck, man, that's awesome. I'll play it, dude. Hitting Silver Smoke Ghoul was less than ideal there. We're going to get Watery Grave and play the crab. Curious to know if our opponent... Joseph said, oh, buddy, if you need suggestions, I got you. Yeah, we're going to take basic island here. Tyrion, what are you doing? Our opponent obviously has a very reactive hand. Mill us for 4. Stitcher Supplier. Cast Gravecrawler. Yes. Yield. Put Vengevine into play. Attack for 4. And we did mill our swamp, so if we have another path, we don't get any value off of it, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. We have quite a bit of pressure on the field. Our opponent's at 11. What do they have? Skyclave Apparition here again? Yep. It is centered around Dragon Vein using Gideon. I don't know what Dragon Vein is, but I'm very interested in. Opponent's going to take 3, go to 8. We're going to shock, play Gravecrawler, play Silver Smoked Ghoul, and say go. We're still applying quite a bit of pressure here, trying to Boros White Ancient Vine Boros Crab. I'm down. I have no idea what that is, but I'm down. Like, consider me in. All right, so we're bricking quite a bit here. We're just gonna shove in with the clowns. I mean, that's our plays. Block Silver Smoke Ghoul. Yeah, I'm okay with that because we get a 4/4 out of this. Hopefully they don't have hopefully they don't have God, what's that card called? Heliod here. Now we're representing Burning Catacombs sack fetch for a fatal push. Wow. All right. Our opponent's collected companies were really bad, so that allowed us to win that game. Well, we're 2-2 in the ManaTraders series. I was really hoping with Crabvine we'd be doing a little bit better, if I'm being honest, but it is very glass cannon-y, so I don't feel like I can expect too much. Our next match is against Coderific 13. Bop 'em. That's right, Ben. Wish we were bopping more consistently, but we lose one, we win one. We lose one, we win one. right, come on, Coderific 13. Let's play games of Magic. Doo-doo. I don't think cutting Secret Keeper is right. Like, you don't think cutting any number of them is right? Like, is that what you're saying? They rolled a 1, we rolled a 5. We get to go first. And good luck, opponent. This hand's really good. We're going to keep this. It doesn't feel like it. I could be wrong. I've just not seen people do it. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just curious to know your thoughts. It's just like my first thought on like what I should be cutting. So I'm interested to, when we sideboard, let's see what you think. Like, I'm interested to like, I'd sideboard how you would. So it both fuels the yard. And it's an extra creature for Vengevine. Yeah, that's true. It's an extra creature that they can't Thoughtseize too, especially. Prismatic Vista into Utopia Sprawl. What are they naming? Chooses white. All right, this is the third match in a row we're going to get to play against this deck. We're going to get green-black this time around. Yes. We did hit a Gravecrawler, but we didn't hit anything worth... Put both the Vengevines into play, then we get to get our prized amalgams back. An attack for 8. That's half their life total. God, and we get to put these into play? Alright, our opponent has to be able to sweep our board or kill us. Now that's Crabvine, right there. 4, 8, 11, 14, 17, 18, 19. Terminus? Okay, yeah, I guess Terminus does like wreck our world. Which is hilarious because normally I would laugh at you, but we watched that happen to somebody. I just put 18 power into play on turn 2. Yeah, om nom 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 is right. Alright, so we're playing against the same deck. How would you sideboard? Like, what would you bring in and what would you take out? Like, straight up, let's just sideboard how you would. I want to see what it feels like. I'd probably bring in push, okay? And decay. Alright. Cut a couple silver smokes, okay? Narcomoeba. An amalgam and a crawler. Hey, you want to run it like that? Bring in pushes, decays, and cut those cards? Probably what I'd do. Alright, let's try it. I'm in. I'm in to try it and see what this feels like. Unfortunate news is that our opponent's probably playing Rest in Peace. Well, we got a mulligan this hand. As unfortunate as that is. Opponent keeps 7. This hand is dog water. This hand's fine. We'll keep this and we'll put Creeping Chill and Prized Amalgam back. We're going to get Watery Grave here. And play Stitcher Supplier. Trigger. Narcomoeba? Yeah, sure. Yep, put Narcomoeba into play. Path something? Yep. We'll get basic swamp here. I mean, this kind of works out. Like we could have a pretty good draw step here and do some cool stuff. Gonna play Conclave Mentor? Nope. Auriok Champion, okay. Seems pretty good. Well, that wasn't exactly the good draw I was talking about, but we're going to go to 14 here, get an Overgrown Tomb. We're going to play an Archamoeba and Gravecrawler. Yep, sure, yield to that. Play Gravecrawler, say go. This way, if they decide to get frisky and attack, we can block with Narcomoeba. We'll probably leave, well, I don't know. It depends on how the game goes, honestly, if we'll leave one back or not. Ranger Captain of Eos, okay. It's a pretty good one. Get Walking Ballista, yep, okay. Yeah. Alright. Alright, Polluted Delta is not what you want to see. We play Silver Smoked Ghoul. Is it? Oh, it's Silver Smoked Ghoul. I thought it's Silver Smoked this whole time. How about that? They gain a life. Yep, they go to 16. They're probably going to play Collected Company here. Collected Company! Get an Overgrown Tomb tapped here just in case we draw into our Vengevine. One of our Vengevines here. Heliod Spike Feeder's Infinite Life, and we can't beat Infinite Life. So, we were drawing 2 more lands anyway, so that game wasn't going anywhere. We're just going to leave it the way that it is. We're on the play this time around, so the pushes and the decay seem good. They're removal, so I like this. Charm would be good for the neg. Yeah, I could see Charm being pretty good for the -1/-1. This hand seems good. Yeah, we'll keep this. We get Watery Grave here, mill 4. Venture deeper. Yeah. This is a zombie. That would be really good if it was a zombie. What are you singing? Are you singing Old Town Road over there? Oh, do you send me a song? Don't look at me like that. Huh? When did I? Anyway, Carly's trying to start a fight over here. Wow. So, all right, we hit some stuff. We hit some good stuff, but unfortunately, none of it we can do with until next turn, which is a little unfortunate. We're gonna need a pretty decent draw step here, actually, just because we're gonna need a creature here, a creature for 2 or less, so that we can put our Vengevines into play and bring our prized amalgam back. That's pretty good. This infinite life right here. Collected company on turn 2. Arbor Elf and Heliod, okay. I mean, could be just what they needed. Well, I guess we'll play prized amalgam here and say go. Like, this has been a very not explosive draw. And they could just have the win here. I don't know, like they have 5 cards in their hand. We're tapped out. Despise this deck with every fiber of my being. Heliod Company in Modern and Nibdelite in Pioneer. They're just like, I hate them. Like, people that play them, I hope your assholes grow shut. I hate these decks. Well, we're going to sit here and let our opponent waste their clock until they show us a way to kill us. Is this Oriarch Champion or Ranger Captain of EO? Skyclave Apparition? Okay. Serving up 1. All right. Man, we just can't catch a break with the lands tonight. Get a watery grave here. Oh, wow. Really? Alright, we can't cast our spells. We're going to concede. Yeah, this is, like... This is the problem with this deck, is that it's, like, it's all or nothing. Like, game 2 or game 1 or whatever it was, like, we put a bajillion power into play. Like I said, lose one, win one, which means at this point we're on par to win this game. And our opponent, there they are. They spelled our name wrong because they're a jackass. We're going second, which I'm pretty sure we've been on the draw every match we've won so far. This hand's terrible. We'll keep this and put a prized amalgam back so that we can mill into it. Ah, it's blue-red prowess. Okay. So we're going to go to 16 here and put a Stitcher Supplier into play. Yep. Get our prize. I mean, it's a pretty good Stitcher Supplier right there. Hopped. Okay. Puts one card on the bottom. Okay. Lavadar, our Stitcher Supplier. Okay. Hit 3 cards here. We are going to block. It's 3 points we don't have to take. Play Hedron Crab. We're going to get... guess Watery Grave here. Yes. Is that 3 Vengevines? That's ridiculous. See, and this is the nonsense I'm talking about. Like, this is insane. We're about to put a bajillion power into play. Yeah, like, our opponent can see it on the spot. Like, that's crazy. But the problem is that we have to do it in another game where we're hoping that we don't just glass cannon our way out of a situation. Alright. So we want trophies so that we can beat up on Stormwing Entity. And I think we want Fatal Pushes. Let's cut an Amalgam. Let's cut a Ghoul. Let's cut a Gravecrawler. Let's cut a Narc Amoeba. And let's cut a Secret Keeper and try it. We're just gonna shave cards. Like, we're just gonna sideboard like we do, like how I would with Dredge. I'm not gonna cut anything specifically. I'm just going to cut a few cards, like one of kind of everything. Try it that way. See if we have more success with the sideboard this way. I don't think we can keep this hand. Banks on us drawing a land. I think we're gonna mulligan this. keep this put Creeping Chill back. Probably should have considered mulliganing this, but Overgrown Tomb, Stitcher Supplier, Vengevine, Fatal Push, Bloodstained Mire. Manamorphose into Stormwing Entity. We're going to need a good draw step here. Yeah, hopefully we hit like Glimpse here or something crazy. Puts 2 cards on top of their library. That's not good for us. We did draw Glimpse the Unthinkable, so there's that. We're going to serve it up here. Yeah, I was like, bro, if you're willing to make that block, like, cool. Oh my god, that's terrible. Alright, so we hit 2 cards that we sideboarded into, and cards that do nothing. We might just be dead here. Opponent might just kill us. Opt. Okay. Like hitting Narcomoeba here to block would be pretty good. But I say hitting, I mean like peeling into Assassin's Trophy would be good. Peeling into another Glimpse would be pretty good. The Crab would be okay because we could get multiple triggers out of it. So we're at 9. How do they scry? Wow, we did hit another Glimpse. Jesus Christ. 1 top, 1 bottom. I mean, hitting double Glimpse like this has been pretty insane. Like, hopefully we get some good stuff out of it. Yes. Have we hit our basic swamp yet? We have not yet. So this means we get to, we're not attacking, and all of our stuff gets to come back, which is pretty good. Hopefully we don't just die anyway. We are at 11, and we have 2 blockers, which means they do have to be able to kill both of them. They're starting with drawing a card, which is moderately promising. If we had a way to put more of, or put our Vengevines into play, that would be sweet. There is 3 of them in the graveyard. Hopefully there's an Overgrown Tomb left in our deck. Yeah, there is. There's 2, actually. Alright, opponent's in the tank about what to do here, I think. Which is pretty understandable. Wild Slash and Narcomoeba. That's a good place to start. Yep, I got nothing for you there, bud. I mean, if they attack with both, we are going to block with the Citrus Supplier, so it does allow us to put 3 more cards in the graveyard. Well, which puts us to 5, which basically means any burn spell kills us. But we have to have a blocker. So we're going to put this into play, and then we're going to leave back the Prized Amalgam because that has the best chance of doing something next turn over the Silver Smoke Ghoul. Attack for 5 and say go. With the island this way, we're not representing trophy or anything, but I mean, there's a good chance that we're just dead here. Like, a bolt kills us, like... Yep. No blocks, man. Got the bolt. I think mutagenic growth is technically 4/5. Sounds like it's technically not that much, but okay. Yep. Well, that was a little unfortunate. We've had some really bad hits so far. Like, it's kind of honestly kind of surprising how poorly we're hitting so far. I think we're just gonna leave it the way it is and run it back. We want to we're shaving numbers to try and make the deck as streamlined as possible, as smooth as possible, while having trophy and push in the deck. So I don't know. I have to say, like, I know the deck is very glass cannony, but I'm honestly kind of surprised at how poorly we're drawing. Like it's almost impressive to me how badly I'm drawing. But it's I mean, that's just how it goes some nights. We're gonna keep this, or I mean, I'm sorry, we're gonna go first. This hand's good. We'll try this. We're gonna get basic swamp here and see what happens. Fleet on Citrus Supplier, Creeping Chill. Yep, would have been nice to fit a Silver Smoke Ghoul with that, but you can't have it all. Okay, Relic's pretty good. Yep, get our land. Relic is pretty good here. We're gonna go to 19. Mill 4. Hit 3 lands and a Glimpse the Unthinkable. Okay, that's terrible. We didn't even hit like a Gravecrawler to put into play. This game's not going very well so far. We do have creatures to cast, though, to just play our creatures and put them into play. Yeah, you get a Polluted Delta Buddy. We're gonna have so many cards in our graveyard that if our opponent is just tapping to activate Relic and target us every turn, we're not really worried about that. Well, we're gonna serve up one here. And we're going to run out Silver Smoke Ghoul here and say go. I like that they're playing Relic in their sideboard. Not a lot of people play Relic of Progenitus anymore, and that's a card I've always really liked. So I'm interested that they're playing that. Bolt our Silver Smoke Ghoul. Okay, sure. Tells me that they don't have a Lava Dart, because if they did, they would have Lava Darted our 3-1. So Gut Shot. Light up the stage. Okay. There's a Lava Dart. So if they have Stormwing Entity, they're forced to play it and not hold up Relic, or they're going to say go here. Okay, yep. Hold up their instant speed spells, which is fine. We're going to attack. Put some more stuff into play. Like, I'm interested to see if they go for it here. We're going to play Gravecrawler, and we're going to play Narcomoeba. And we're going to put Polluted Delta into play tapped. We still have two of the Overgrown Tombs in our deck. I don't think we need a second blue source for anything. One of those weird moments where I kind of wish there was a breeding pool in the deck, but I don't feel like that's going to come up very often. Yep, Dart and Archamoeba, sure. I just usually hear you guys complain about it. Okay. Okay. Soulscar Mage, okay. I have a Lava Dart in their yard. Yeah, you can have a Polluted Delta. We're going to get Overgrown Tomb here. Oh, my Gravecrawler's still on the battlefield. There's not another Gravecrawler. Haven't hit another one yet. I mean, we've hit over half of our deck and only like a couple of action cards here, which is a little disappointing, but... And then I'm going to fetch Shock for my last Watery Grave here and play my Secret Keeper because it blocks really well. I mean, it's just a friggin' 0-4. Like, card's a house. Okay. Yep. And they take 3. Obviously, they don't have a removal spell. Feels like they would have played it by now. We're going to get Watery Grave, and we're going to cast Merfolk Secret Keeper. Now they're forced to pop the Relic or... Wow, or give me my Midgevine back? Okay. Deal. You bet. Yeah, sold. like I don't know if you misclicked or what happened, but thanks, dude, because we were not gonna win that game. All right, well, we're 3-3. Not exactly how I saw this going. I won't lie. But I'm gonna take a small break here. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, grab a drink, and when I come back, we're probably gonna play one or two more games here. I don't know, see if we can. Maybe sideboarding has helped. Maybe we're getting out of our rut. I don't know. Maybe we're putting ourselves in the hole further. Either way, but take a break. We'll be back. Thanks for hanging out, guys. All right. ManaTraders series 3-3. Crabvine. Let's go. All right. We're playing against Ice underscore 9 underscore. Oh, he was quick. Let's go. All right. Let's hope that we can break our streak of win one, lose one. Hi and good luck. We are on the draw. Or on the play, I mean. Misspoke. I'd like to keep this hand, but we can't. Can't keep this hand, we have no lands. We will keep this and put Creeping Chill, Narcomoeba on the bottom. Gonna go Misty Rainforest for Watery Grave and play Crab. And say go. And then next turn, I mean, depending on what they play here, it's Firing Advantage, so it's Burn. So, alright, interesting. Target me. Which means we're gonna get Basic Swamp. Target me. Yep. It's like, man, if we hit Gravecrawler there, I would have just went for it. Glimpse the Unthinkable Us. So this is not Burn. Alright, something with Mana Tithe. Interesting. I am very interested in whatever our opponent's doing. Hopefully they aren't playing some dumb shit like main deck Rest in Peace. Also weird that they're playing Mana Tithe in their Boros deck. Ah, Boom Bust. Oh yeah, good call. Good call. I wasn't even thinking about that. Alright, well if it's Boom Bust, we're gonna shock. Play Gravecrawler. Play Gravecrawler. Always yes, always yield. And then we get to attack with the clowns. And then we glimpse the Unthinkable for next turn. I mean, if they're playing Boom Bust, it's possible they're playing main deck Anger of the Gods. Which would be rough. Molten Rain? Alright, that sucks. And we get immediately punished for that. 4, 7, 9, 10. Well, we're going to put our opponent to 5 and force them to have an answer. Or 6? Oh, it's, yeah, 4, 6, 8, 9. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this creature unless you pay 1. Okay. So we're going to sacrifice the Vengevine. We're going to pay 1 for the Gravecrawler. I have to draw a land right here. Well, that's the game. Wow, what kind of weird-ass prison deck is this? Got us with the Molten Rain. If we hit any land right there, we can get Watery Grave and put everything back into play and start getting busy. So we're gonna bring in Assassin's Trophy and Abrupt Decay, and then we're gonna cut Gravecrawler, Narc, Prized Amalgam, Smoked Ghoul, and we're gonna bring in a Nature's Claim just in case and cut a Secret Keeper. Try it this way. And they're probably playing Rest in Peace in their sideboard. Probably should have brought in the Charm instead of the Nature's Claim. This hand's terrible. Keep this, put the Vengevine back. Yes, I go. Flagstones of Trocare. Shock. Cast a Venture into the Deep, or Venture Deeper, whatever the hell it's called. Attack for 1. Getting rid of a trophy there is not very good. Interesting. So they're representing Mana Tithe pretty well. That's a tough scene. That's a tough scene. So we're going to attack for 2. We're going to get a basic swamp here, and we're going to cast Silver Smoke Ghoul and see if it's good enough. They probably have Mana Tithe here, but we're just going to jam anyway. Yep. Like, you could see it coming from a million miles away, but there's not much we could do about it. Yeah, I was like, I guess they're probably not playing, Jesus Christ, I literally keep getting got by this damn Molten Rain. Alright, I'm just going to start fetching for blue, like, super aggressively. Like, if there's a third game, I'm not playing around Blood Moon. Say go. Because obviously they're not playing Blood Moon. They're just playing Molten Rains and, like, Boom Busts and stuff like that, so... Yeah, I'm trying to bring back Vengevine. I've been trying to do that for a couple turns now. Put our opponent to 9. Play Verdict Catacombs, say go. Okay, interesting. I mean, that's really good. I just get the snapback Molten Rain. That's interesting. Goblin Dark Dwellers is a really good card. Oh, maybe there's a chance after all. Swing in. Send in with the clowns. They block a Vengevine, take 4, 5, 6, 7, go to 2. I mean, it's possible that they just have, like, Anger of the Gods rolled up or something dumb, and that we're just going to get blown out, but there's not really much we can do about it. Alright, they don't have anything. Goblin Dark Dwellers is interesting. We're going to take out Nature's Claim, bring in Golgari Charm. Bring in both the charms. They destroy enchantments. I don't know. Regenerating our creatures seems a little... Yeah, I think we'll try it with the Abrupt Decays. Yeah, we'll try this. Play Stitcher Supplier. Put double Narcomoeba into play. Alright, I mean... you know, put 3 power into play for 1 mana is not bad. Can't complain about that. Get a Watery Grave. Play Glimpse. Hit some pretty decent stuff. We'd really like to hit. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what we're trying to draw here. Gonna Molten Rain something here. I mean, they have every other game, so... Okay, Molten Rain our Tomb. That's fine. Seems underwhelming, but we do get to put Prized Amalgam into play with it. So there is that. Attack for 3, put you to 13. And then hopefully they don't have the stupid wizard guy. Like, if they do, there's not much we can do about it. And they're tapping 4 mana pretty quickly, so they probably have the wizard guy. Yep. I mean... Like, we're going to let go of the Prized Amalgam. We're going to keep the Gravecrawler. No. Wow. I mean, this is atrocious. Like, we have nothing to do. Yep, he's going to pay for his creature, which is fine. Okay. Let's see if he gets busy. That's what I'm curious to know. Okay. Are you talking about Greg's? Jesus Christ. God, Greg is something else. And they draw rest in peace. Okay. Watery Grave, Overgrown Tomb, Watery Grave, Overgrown Tomb. So there's a Watery Grave left in the deck. Or no, the Watery Grave's on the field. I'm dumb. Big dumb. Well, this has been less than ideal. This card is like, I don't understand why this card's a 2/6. Like this, it's a very weird card. All right, we're just conceding here. This is ridiculous. 30 cards in, we finally hit one Vengevine. All right, so obviously we're not going to break our streak of win one, lose one. We're 3 and 4. We're going to play one more just to try and even it out. Things that we've lost to have been very frustrating tonight. Like, we keep losing because the deck keeps folding. Like, it's too glass cannony. Like, I don't know. Like, at least Dredge is like can grind and like play a longer game. But like this deck, it feels like it has no grind to it. Like you either put like a double-digit number of power into play on turn 2, or you lose. Like that's been the story of our night so far. Pretty rarely have we actually won a longer game. I think we have like once tonight, but it's not been going great so far. Well, we're still waiting on an opponent for our like 8th and final match here. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to find an opponent. Sooner rather than later would be better, obviously. Is this just normal burn this guy's playing? Nope. Well, he is playing burn, but we found our match. Ooh, I actually get to say waiting for somebody for the first time ever. All right. All right. What is that? Oh, well, that's interesting. Well, we're on the play, and if history repeats itself, it's an indication that we're going to lose this game. All right, I'd like to win this last one here and finish the night out 4 and 4. I mean, this hand seems really good. We're going to lead on Watery Grave and Venture Deeper. It's our opponent playing Luris, okay. I still think it's right to start on the mill 4 plan. Even though our opponent's playing Luris, and we probably, like, I wouldn't complain about having a blocker turn 1. Nice to meet you. Good luck as well. All right, that's That's a lot of stuff for an opponent to say. Wow. Double Narc Amoeba, double prized amalgam, or and a prized amalgam. That's pretty good. Like I said, glass cannon. Well, turn 1, put 5 power into play is pretty good. Your go, opponent. Problem is the games we're not doing this. Blooming Marsh. Is this Jun Shadow? That's what it feels like. Oh, Lord. Fatal pushed our prized amalgam. Okay. Draw a card off their bobble. Oh. Let's get an Overgrown Tomb. Shock. Mill us some more. 2 cards coming, or 3 cards coming. It's 3 cards. I thought it was 2. With the crab, it was 3. Oh. Gravecrawler, Vengevine. I mean, again, like this is an insane turn. Like we're having a nutty turn 2 here. Like it's I would honestly be amazed if our opponent didn't concede right here. Like I don't know what they could have that they wouldn't want to concede to here, because we're gonna attack for 10 and put them to 10. And then next turn we have Glimpse the Unthinkable. Like this feels. Is our opponent going to concede? I mean, yeah, like I don't understand saying GG in the middle of after the first game like that, but I'm okay with doing something like that. So if they're playing Luris and those kind of cards, this feels like a fatal push matchup, and I'm going to be honest, it feels like it's all we want. So we're going to cut on cards that are the least important in my opinion. Well, from what I can gather anyway, we're going to cut on Prized Amalgam, Dark Amoeba, and Gravecrawler. Try it like that. Bring out our 3 fatal pushes. I mean, we can fatal push Goyf, we can fatal push Shadow, we can fatal push Scourge if they're playing it. Like, pretty much everything in their deck gets fatal push, so. Oh, Lord. Um, like if we didn't have, I don't know, we couldn't keep this in, not against Shadow. I think we're just gonna put Vengevine back because we're the furthest away from that one. Lord, I'm tired. It's been a crazy week at work for if anybody cares. I'm kidding. It has been a crazy week at work though. It's been crazy busy, making me tired. Takes our fatal push. Okay, so tells us a lot about their hand. We're gonna get blue-black and play Citrus. We're gonna get Watery Grave and play Citrus Supplier here. Vengevine, Gravecrawler, Glimpse. So if we draw a land here, we can have a pretty good turn. Because if we draw a land, we can go Gravecrawler into Gravecrawler, get back Vengevine, attack for 4, or attack for 5 with the Citrus Supplier. I just realized our opponent didn't reveal. That's interesting. Didn't reveal Luris this game. We didn't draw a land, which is unfortunate. Play Gravecrawler and say go. So I guess we're just going to play Gravecrawler number 2 here and say go. Don't really see them. Like, they're just going to eat our Vengevine. Oh, Lord, they're just going to eat our Vengevine and say go. I mean, they might eat more of our graveyard. Just to use their mana efficiently, I guess. The Swamp. Kalidas is a devastating draw here. Oh, Lord. So they have probably have some interaction in their hand if I had to guess. Play Narcomoeba and say go. We're just going to try to run our stuff out here and see if it's good enough. We're just going to say go here. Fatal Push in to eat something. Now they can eat our Creeping Chill with the trigger on the stack. Or they won't. Cool. But maybe our opponent doesn't understand how that interaction works. I don't know. Either way, I'm not complaining though. It's 3 free points we shouldn't have had, so. This Fatal Push number 2 this turn. Hit our Narcomoeba, I imagine. You can block the Gravecrawlers. Killing Narcomoeba, it's like our only real attacker. Treetop Village, man. Is this guy just playing the rock like with Luris in some way? So Fatal Push is good. We can do that and then play Stitcher Supplier. Actually do that attack for 5. So they're probably going to kill something here if I had to guess. Abrupt Decay this, yeah, then eat it. Yep. That's a pretty good play. Eat something else in our graveyard, if I had to imagine. That is I mean, the Fatal Push was a pretty good draw step. Vengevine and Merfolk Secret Keeper. Wonder what their last 2 cards are. Genuinely curious. Attack for 4. Probably going to fire up the Treetop Village. Oh no, Abrupt Decay? Now you're going to fire up the Treetop Village? You're not going to fire up the Treetop Village, okay? Blue-black. Glimpse. There's not a Silver Smoke Ghoul in our graveyard that I can see anyway. There are 2 Vengevines though, so... You gonna Field of Ruin? Oh, Maelstrom Pulse. Nargamoeba? Yes, let's go. Put a prized amalgam into play. That's more prized amalgams than we had in play. That is 6. Creeping Chill's pretty good. And then we get our Silver Smoke Ghoul in the graveyard back. They're going to fire up Treetop Village, and they're going to block Prized Amalgam, take 3, go to 1. And then they have to draw, like, Damnation or something here. Lord. Yep. Well, that makes us 4-4. And that means we need to win 6 in a row to get there. 4-4 is not exactly the hope I was starting for. So Crabvine, I'm not gonna lie, I was very excited about playing this tonight, and afterwards, I don't exactly know how I feel about it. The deck, I feel like it needs a Misty Rainforest. I feel like or not a Misty Rainforest. I feel like it needs a one of Breeding Pool. I like it's probably just the way that I like to play, but I think that it needs a one of Breeding Pool. Um, and I don't know, like maybe it was just the way I drew tonight, but it felt very Glass Cannony. Like it either we ran people over or we didn't. Like in our opponents either drew poorly. Like if our opponents drew okay, we lost every game. unless we just like put 16 power into play. There were a couple times that like we put 12 plus power, 12 plus power into play on turn 2. So it didn't matter if our opponent's team was good, but it was, I don't know, an interesting deck. I'm not a fan. Um, I think tomorrow I'm gonna play Dredge in the ManaTraders series, and see how I feel about that. I haven't played Dredge in a long time, and I really like the resiliency that Dredge gets. So I'm probably gonna try that tomorrow, and then like I might have like a small comparison of Crabvine to Dredge. And I'm gonna be honest, I might draw better tomorrow. I might just enjoy Dredge more. It might be one of those things. But that's it for Magic tonight. We're going to take about a 5, maybe 10-minute break here. When we come back, we're going to be playing some Rocket League. I think we're going to start out playing some 2s, and we're going to finish out the night playing some 3s. I'm like champ, or I'm Diamond 3 in both. So I'm hoping that maybe I can push into champ tonight. But if you've been hanging out for Magic, I appreciate you guys stopping by, and we'll play some more Magic tomorrow.